In 3.5, we're going to write an equation given the slope and a point. All right, so this is in 3.5. This is going to be objective 3, practice problem 4. All right, it says, let's see. It says, find an equation of a line passing through 2, 3 with a slope, which is m, remember slope is m, of 4. All right, write the equation in standard form. Remember, standard form is ax plus by equals c, where a is just a number, b is just a number with y, and c is the number all by itself. All right, so they gave us the slope and 1 point, and we need to write an equation of a line. All right, and so in order to write an equation of a line, you have to have two things. You have to have a slope, and you have to have a b, which is what? Y-intercept, where y intercepts. So in order to write an equation of a line, you have to have these two things. All right, so we have the slope. We know what our slope is. Our slope is 4. However, we don't know what our y-intercept is. And so there is a formula to help us find our y-intercept. So we need to know this formula, and this is the formula to find your y-intercept. So this is how you find your y-intercept. This is the formula for it. It is also, its real name is called point slope form. Okay, that's the name it's really called, but it's just used to find the y-intercept. All right, the formula is y minus y1 equals m parentheses x minus x1. Okay, so remember, an equation of a line, we always have a y in it, and we always have an x in it. That's just given. All right, every time we write an equation of a line, unless it's one of those special lines, correct? So y1 and x1 just mean your first parentheses. So our only point we were given was 2, 3. This is our x1 and our y1. So y, like we just said, is there's always just a y in the equation, and there's always just an x in the equation. So y just gets brought down, bring down my minus, and my y1, what's my y1? My y1 is 3. So we're going to bring down this 3. All right, so y1 is just 3. Equals, do we know what our m is? Our m is our slope. Do we know what our m is? Yeah, we know what our m is. Our m is 4. They told us that. So our m is 4. All right, parentheses. Again, x doesn't have a number next to it. X is just x in the equation. Minus, what's my x1? What's the only x that they gave me? The only x they gave me was 2. So therefore, we're going to put a 2 here. All right, and then you just solve. Y minus 3. Oh, that's just y minus 3. All right, so we're going to bring y minus 3 equals, and what will we do here? We can't combine inside the parentheses, so we're going to distribute that 4. 4 times x is 4x. 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. All right, now we just have to set it up in the form that they asked us to. They want the x and the y on one side of the equal sign and the number with no letter by itself. So we have the y already over here. We have this number all by itself that needs to be over here, and then we have the x that needs to go over there. So we just need to move some stuff around. All right, so I need to move that 3 to the other side. So we do the opposite. We add 3. Well, if I add 3 there, who's its partner? Oh, his like term is the negative 8. So we're going to combine the negative 8 and the 3. So now we have y equals 4x. Negative 8 plus 3 is negative 5. And then if it wanted it in slope-intercept form, we already have it. There it is. However, we need to get this x on the other side. So we need to move the whole thing. So we're going to subtract it. And we're going to move it over here. Well, they're not like terms. We need the x first, then the y, then the c. So negative 4x, and that's a positive y, equals negative 5. And that's how you would write an equation given a slope and 1 point.